On the hit, a hole in one, look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whatever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and a stick in the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressive to watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jazz. Shout out to Steve. The boy getting love from the harsh critics. Strauss hit me bi-weekly to tell me keep taking it further. You aren't finished and I gotta listen. Ain't he son of believing and see that I'm actually breathing and doing it real time. Love to pull an idea out thin air, act on it and profit in real life. If we not aligned, don't present me a dotted line. Yeah, I'm a QB, but I ain't handing out nothing for someone to monetize. And it goes to the birds too. Can't give it a time if a dollar so cut eyes. They get exiled for they added potential to be my ex. I know how to plays, I'm a seasoned vet. Yeah. Always showing up, known to hit a hole in one. Look at the crowd and shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whoever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang online, Iwo Jima got one flag and a stick in the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles, impressive to watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all out, Iwo Jima got one flag. Yeah.
Some people love me, and they don't even know I have a hard time loving myself. Some people judge me, and they don't even know I have a hard time judging myself. Life gets ugly, but I got a paintbrush and paint a pretty smile on myself. Mouth stay shut even when I need help. In too deep in the water, Mike Phelps. Swimming lessons, I still got many unanswered questions. Sick of the anger, sick of depression. Wanna be grateful, count your blessings. Just give me my salad, you keep the dressing. Cause I'm cream of the crop, he paid the price, I'm worth a lot. He told me go, why would I stop? Rest on my thoughts, jump off the tire rope. D-Lo Brown with the frog splash. Leaps of faith, what I call that. If you hit my line for the old me, when I hang up on you, don't call back. I ain't gonna block my blessings, I'd rather block your number. Life taught me so many lessons, Been down bad, never under. That's breath in my lungs. Some people die young, where I come from. Woke up and gave thanks to Father and Son. Filled with the Spirit, I shine like the sun. Ghost in me, but I ain't haunted. Bad vibes, keep them, don't want it. Pride hard to swallow, doggone it. And you were really never my opponent. I ain't fighting evil, man, they hearts black. They wanted my life, told them back. Got an itch for sin, can't scratch that. Keep the truth loaded in the black gap. Just know if I said it, I meant it, and they gon' take it back. Learn the game brighter than my granddaddy's Cadillac. Young man, old song, imagine that. Ain't in my control, gotta pray, let them handle that. God hit my line, gave me the play. Roger that, game time, alright, you hate like a running back. If you ain't catch everything I said, better run it back. Eating up this beat, break bread, where your sandwich at, y'all? Thought I was done? No, this beat ain't like Kobe, I'm too full. My God, sicko mode, he too cold. I'm skating on beats, froze on with the flow.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road. we go. At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? I know you can't see me, but guys, Bitcoin absolutely going to zero. Bear with me while I try to fix this camera really quickly. I'm going to throw that thumbnail up one more time. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Okay, well, I'm going to talk through this, guys, while I fix this camera. But, guys, Bitcoin absolutely getting murdered right now. Bitcoin just wicked down to about 24,500. And, oh, boy, what a time for this camera to die. Bear with me, guys. I swear this is Bitcoin does this on purpose. Bear with me. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead with the screen right now, guys, because I don't know what is going on with the camera. But, hey, shout out to my maker short, up $2,500. 500 locked in the bag right now. But, guys, absolute dump on Bitcoin right now. Guys, smash that like button. I'm going to jump right into the TA for the first time, I think, ever on the live stream. We're jumping right into the charts. But, guys, absolute dumpski on Bitcoin literally happened 5 minutes ago as we absolutely nuked through all of our levels below the value area low. That is the macro value area low that we nuked below. And where did we get that bounce from? We're going to have to take a deeper look into it, guys. Altcoins getting absolutely decimated. Thank God I am in that short. XRP down, oh my God, right back to the value area low. Oh, my God, guys. Oh, my God. What a nuke, guys. What is happening right now? Let's go ahead. I'm going to jump right into the Bitcoin TA here, guys. Well, this does change the live stream slightly, as I had plans to potentially look down to some of these lower levels. Shout out to, yeah, TA got totally wrecked there for sure. At least the current levels got absolutely wrecked. But guys, yeah, this is absolutely insane. Could have a little bit of a bullish. Oh no, that's got bull div on the daily invalidated. Even if you go back to this momentum wave here. But guys, yeah. Let's see, seen this many times, and it's still heavy to watch. Yeah, shout out to Bro Tip. Yeah, absolutely insane, guys. Super nuke on the Bitcoins. Absolutely insane. I wish I had a better idea of why this happened. I will say this, from a technical perspective, there was nothing calling for that kind of a nuke. I don't know what kind of manipulation or I don't know what that was, guys, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Really no technical indicators saying that we were going to go down that low, that quick. That definitely respect the bears. Shout out to Caveman. Yeah, absolutely wrecked to the floor. But yeah, guys, this is... well, the levels of support were down here. I thought I was going to sound a little bit crazy calling for 26,500. I thought I was going to have to come up here and be like, guys, I don't want to sound like the super bear here, but we could be on our way to that value area low. And then we just nuked right through it. Absolute monster dump, guys. This is, I mean, listen, guys, I spend my entire life staring at the charts here, and it is not often that you get these moves like that. That was definitely some kind of manipulation. A 17% daily candle. Let's check that 1 minute candle. Oh my God. What an absolute dumpster fire. Absolutely insane. Let's check maybe the 5 minute candle. That was a, oh my God, hard bounce here. 14%. 5 minute candle, guys. Absolutely insane. Well, I guess we're just gonna, I mean, this looks like a heavy bounce here. Yeah, let's see. What kind of technical levels did we come up to? Well, we did wick down into this value area right here. However, we did not come down to the POC. Yeah, guys, this is absolutely, shout out to Captain Kirk. It says, Evergrande just filed for bankruptcy 30 minutes ago. Elon sold some BTC. Absolutely. Buy the dip. I guess I don't have nothing left. Asian market maker manipulation. Buy some Hex. I didn't say that. The chat did. Not financial advice. BlackRock wants in, I guess. Oh, God. Absolutely insane. There was legitimately so many TA indicators for this. From Bollinger Bands. Yeah, well, the Bollinger Bands were tighter than they've basically ever been. But the question was that move going to be to the downside or the upside? Yeah, I mean, I guess the one indicator there would be the weekly bear div. But yeah, I mean, we were looking for a move down. We've been looking for a move down since we were up here. I was really looking for the move to come down to this value area low. Didn't expect it. I mean, expected the move down. Didn't expect it to happen in 15 seconds is really what we're looking at. But yeah, here we go. I guess we're going to have to move on to the lower levels than I was originally going to bring up. But, guys, the next levels of support, if this dump continues, oh, my God. Absolutely liquidated twice today. Let's see. Someone told me that I was going to sell something today. Is it true? Let's see. I marketed in straight degen while on the toilet. Let's go. That's the only way to degen in. Yeah, all the longs wrecked at the golden pocket. Yeah. Well, what we can do here, guys, is let me go ahead and pull up coinalyze.net and see if we can figure out. Yeah, let's see if we can take a little bit of a deeper dive in here. Let's pull. Bear with me here. Let's look over some of these levels of support. And I'll be honest here, guys. This little wick here. Ooh, really, my super bearish bias would kind of flip once we start closing higher time frame candles. Shout out to Maybe a Band-Aid said landed an 895% short a few minutes ago. Let's go. Going way lower. Hey, guys, is 8K incoming? I'm not necessarily calling for 8K just because of that big wick. But really, the levels that we were looking at here, guys, pretty heavy bounce here. Real heavy bounce. Yeah, that was manipulation. Liquidations for sure. Let me see here. Liquidations. I don't know why that chart is all messed up. Let me pull up Coinalyze real quick, guys. Absolute Nuke City. Heavy bounce here. All right, let's pull up Coinalyze real quick while that's loading. Really, guys, this kind of messed up the whole live stream. I'll be honest with you. Although we were expecting a move down, wasn't expecting it to happen in 13 seconds. 1,561 people in here. Coinbase short at the market. Rip Coinbase. Let's see. Cool, I opened a trade after few months. Lost half my capital. Stop loss doesn't even work no more. Oh, God. Can't panic sell on Coinbase. Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. Longs absolutely wrecked. Let me go ahead and pull up the aggregated liquidations here real quick. Bear with me. Let's see. Aggregated. Yeah, let's just pull up general liquidations here. Yeah. 10. Oh, God. 10 million long, yeah. Oh, no, what is this? 133 million in long liquidations. Short liquidations actually creeping up at 88 million. Unbelievable. All right, well, heavy bounce, guys. This is a good, at least a decent sign here that we are getting this heavy bounce. I will talk about the levels of support that I was looking at because we may be able to get up back above this level. And if we are able to get back above this, we could potentially hold the level. But here is the key levels. Well, first off, we were looking at this level down here, which was a golden pocket 786 Fibonacci retracement level. That was kind of the next level of support that we were looking at, and then just insta nuke all the way down to 23,000. Oh my God, $23,588. Dead cat bounce. But indeed, let's see. Don't worry, just buy more with the money you just lost and no longer have. A shout out to Connor Anderson. Let's see. WTF stopped out like it's nothing. Wicked below. Unbelievable. No volume equals whale games. Yeah, that was definitely, all liquidations. XRP dropped 30% in seconds. Yeah, I'm going to go kind of freestyle here, guys. Pop over to XRP. Absolutely nuking right to the value area low of the previous range, but also getting somewhat of a heavy bounce here, but we are back within this volume profile. Gonna try to let the dust settle a little bit here, guys. But yeah, let's go ahead. Let me pull up the daily time frame here and start. Let's get rid of some of these indicators, and let's go ahead and pull some lower levels. Now, some of the levels I am looking at below us now that we could potentially get back over this level, so I'm not willing to call this an absolute nuke until we are unable to reclaim this level here. However, some of the lower levels I am looking at, guys, is going to be from this previous range back here. I will take this value area high, coming in at about $24,167. POC coming in at $22,900, and then that value area low coming in at $22,281. These are, I was going to bring these levels up on today's stream, guys, thinking that I would be an absolute lunatic calling for these levels, or not calling for them, but at least looking down that low. Usually people are like, this guy's a psychopath. No way Bitcoin's going that low. I'm not going to lie. I thought that would be happening when I was calling for this level, but we were going to bring up these as an emergency support levels, but we did get a little bit of a bounce here, not directly off of the value area high. However, we did get a little bit of support on top of these equal highs right here. But what I want to do here is pull our macro golden pocket all the way from the low of the bear market all the way to that previous high, or that last high that we made here at about 31.8. Somewhat confluence with that. I'm just trying to find like what level we bounced off of actually, guys, because it was kind of this random level here. Nothing really significant as far as the volume profile goes. But let's go ahead and pull this fib. Yeah, there you go. Pulled it to this golden pocket. Yeah, there you go. So golden pocket confluence with this value area high. There you go. This probably would have been a level that we found live together on the stream if it wasn't in an wound up being an emergency, like live on stream. Digital said, "What the heck did you say to Bitcoin?" Guys, someone asked me to dump it, and I talked to Satoshi. I told him to take it easy. I didn't mean to send it to zero. Jeez. Daily NPOC. Oh, was it a daily NPOC? Shout out to Darren Does Things. Let me go ahead and take a look at that. Let's see. Let me spawn those naked points of control. And let's see. I'm not going to be able to pull it back from all the way down there without going to bar replay mode. I'll take your word for it, Darren. I'll take your word for it. I don't want to waste time going into bar replay mode to get that level to spawn. But there you go. Golden pocket when pulled from the low here at about 19,500 all the way to the peak here. Again, coming in at around 31.8, 31.9-ish. You did have that golden pocket here as well as your previous value area high. And I'll just go ahead and continue on here, guys. If we decisively lose this value area low and we cannot reclaim this level, God, this really threw off the live stream, guys. I was going to try to talk about, how we got down here, why these levels were significant, and why I was looking down to this level, but everything just completely changed in the blink of an eye. But I can't complain because usually did Coinbase work out a deal with the devil? Potentially. Is Frankie manipulating the market? Guys, don't say that out loud. I'm just kidding, guys. Yeah, this is, if we are unable to reclaim this value area low, guys, and we get stuck below this level, next stop, I would say, if we wind up coming down and breaking these lows, would be this value area high golden pocket. But it's really hard to say what caused that absolute nuclear shutdown of Bitcoin. we haven't seen a move like that to the downside in quite some time. I mean, we saw some absolute Lambo candles, but we haven't seen any Darth Mauls like that in quite some time. Crypto Dominus says, I love crypto. Let's go. I wonder if Grayscale got rejected. Ooh, potentially. But yeah. Let's see. ETF approval incoming. Shakeout before the breakout. JK. Shout out to Tennessee. But yeah, guys. Absolutely insane. Heavy bounce, though. This is somewhat of a good sign. This would indicate to me that this was really just either liquidations in both directions, or this could mean that this bounce off the golden pocket could be somewhat significant. Really what I would be looking for if we are not going to see a continued meltdown here for Bitcoin, we need to get above this level, which honestly, guys, doesn't look too bad. I'll be honest. Like, this was very, very scary, but the fact that we may be able to get over this value area low is definitely possible. The fact that timing with news breaking on, it can't be a coincidence. Yeah, I hate crypto. Sick of it all. Kraka S-H-I-T. Bye. Shout out to Sean. More volume on the bounce than the drop. That would be the biggest Chinese real estate company went bankrupt. Absolutely insane. Shout out to Crypt Keeper. Shout out to you, man. Says, y'all can thank me for this. I just loaded the bags earlier today. Guaranteed 100% foolproof indicator of a dip is coming right after I buy. Shout out to Crypt Keeper. Yo, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. I like that profile picture. Repping the XRP army there. I love it. No 30K this year. Oh God. I might have to drive off. Oh God. Don't do that, Connor. Don't do that. But yeah. Let's continue on here. Guys, right here, we need to reclaim this value area low. If we reclaim this value area low, as you know, I'll just kind of talk about what my plan was before this absolute nuke to the floor, which absolutely crushed any plan that I had at these levels, obviously. But my plan here, guys, was obviously, if you guys watched the live stream yesterday, we've been looking for a move down here. Now, I'm not saying that we were predicting this 15-second dump. Nobody predicted this 15-second dump. I'm sure people are going to try to say they did. No one knew this was going to dump like this unless they had some kind of insider knowledge. And chances are, if somebody's out there, especially on YouTube, saying they had insider knowledge, they might, I would be very, very wary about that. But, we were looking for somewhat of a move down as we got accepted into this value area. As soon as we lost this value area high, we were talking about this on the BitBoy crypto stream this morning, as well as my urgent market update that I put out just before the BitBoy crypto morning stream. We do that when Bitcoin moves. We've had a very, very boring past couple of months. But as Bitcoin moves, we put out those urgent market updates. But once we lost this value area high, and we've talked about it on the live stream as well, we are expected to potentially, if we cannot get above this will sound very familiar if you watch the show. If you cannot get above this value area high, we were expecting a move down to the POC of the macro range, which was coming in right here at about 28,140. We were kind of hanging out there a little bit today. We got a tiny little bounce on the lower time frames there, and then we just kind of hung out below it a little bit. And then obviously that next level of support we were looking at this morning was the 786 of that fib pull from the low right here to the high. Looking at that 786 for some secondary support if we could not hold this golden pocket. And then the manipulation began, and we just nuked all through these levels, absolutely dumping. And at that point, the next levels, I believe... Actually, no. We talked about this on the BitBoy Crypto morning stream today. I almost didn't because we're always pressed for time, but I did bring this up. If we lose this value area low or these lows down here at $25,000 decisively, the next place to look would be the range right here back from all the way in January of this year. Looking at this value area, the value area high obviously being your first level of support. If you didn't hold that, we would be looking down to the POC. This all stands true still. If we continue down here and this bounce is not going to hold and we're going to continue down, which I will be honest, guys, this doesn't look too bad as far as getting back above this level, at least temporarily. But if we do wind up coming back down for some reason, this was some kind of random flash crash, but if we do continue down here and for some reason we continue to mega dump, this is a key level, right? Because not only does this break market structure on the higher time frames, which would make me flip longer term bearish, right? Because our sentiment kind of, for the past couple of months has been because of the way the weekly looks, that if we do not break these lows, we could potentially come up and continue this move to the upside. However, if we start decisively losing these lows down here, I would flip more bearish in the long term, right? You have to deal with the information the charts give you. You can't just, be tribal about whether you're bullish or bearish. You have to change your sentiment as you get new information on the charts. If you are not doing that, you are either leaving money on the table or just completely screwing yourself over because you're only seeing it from one side. This is why I like being a trader. But if we do come back down and lose these lows decisively, I will be looking down here. This is a key level because not only is this a key Fibonacci retracement level from this low all the way to the high? However, it is also the value area high of this range. So if we break below this level and we cannot get back above it, we could start to imagine that or anticipate that we could start working our way down towards the point of control at about 27.9 and also down towards the the value area low /786 Fibonacci retracement level coming in at about $22,100. So those are kind of the next levels that we were talking about on the morning show. I want to be very clear, although I was looking at those levels, I did not think that we were going to dump down to that in 30 seconds. I don't want to pretend like, I called that dump coming. We were looking for the move down, potentially getting us to this level. Did not expect it to happen that fast. So for a move up, guys, if we want to not dump continuously here, we need to get above this local value area low. Zoom in a bit. We got to get above this local value area low. If we cannot get back above this level, that is where we may start to continue this move down. And then, again, really not looking for any significant bounces until we revisit this golden pocket or come down to the value area low of this last local range, previous local range, right here at that value area low, 786 confluence. Absolutely insane. Last thing I thought, although I did not think this was impossible, last thing I thought was that it was going to happen that quickly. I did not think that. I kind of thought we were going to get start having a little bit of a bounce here on the 786, at least something. I did not expect that big move down, at least that fast. Let's see, 22 to 24K incoming. Definitely, basically what I'm looking at. Yeah, 24K at the top of this range, looking at the value area high, and then your value area low, looking at 22K. Absolutely. Crypto Anon said 8K, baby. I will say this. Yeah, we will look at Rune for sure. No problem. But yeah, shout out to Crypto Anon. Yeah, I would love an 8K Bitcoin. This does not change my mind. I would not be calling for just this dump does not make me think that 8K is any more likely than what I used to think. And if you guys know what I think, I am in the camp that the bottom is likely in at 15,500. But please understand that me saying that is not me saying that 8K is impossible, right? And if you watch this show, you'll know that very, very clearly, right? If it looks like we're going to 8K, I will be the first person to let you know. But this little flash crash does not change my mind that 15.5 was the bottom. As soon as my mind is changed, which, just so you guys know, it will change if the information presents itself. I will let you guys know. Like, hey, it looks like maybe 8K is in the cards. But as of right now, just this one move doesn't change my mind. But Anon, I would pray for an 8K Bitcoin. I would absolutely love that. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Thank you for that super chat. Say, I see reports that SpaceX, their $373 million of Bitcoin, I see reports that SpaceX sold their 307. I assume that meant sold. You don't have to super chat again. Chemistry Bro, I'm sure that's what you meant. Interesting. We'll have to, let's check out the new, we'll check out, we'll look at Crypto Panic in just a second. Crypto Billy said, can anyone buy on Coinbase right now? I can't. This is strange. Oh boy. All right, let's pull up, let me just pull up Crypto Panic real quick. And let's see if we got any breaking news. I will say this, guys. I do get, I don't know why. I get giddy on the dumps. I like the dumps. I really do. Why is Bitcoin price falling? There is a deep decline in the price. That doesn't really fill us in on anything. Bitcoin could go higher, but not until it goes lower. That's what it says. All right, let's see. Okay, let's continue on here. Let's see the Bitcoin price plunge. Abruptly, and millions of dollars of cryptocurrency investors are liquidated. Continue reading. Why is Bitcoin price finally? Okay, I'm sure they're just going to do the analysis that we did. Yeah, obviously, guys, there were tons of liquidations, like I just said in the beginning of the stream. 133 million in long liquidations, followed by 88 million in short liquidations, which is likely what caused that whipsaw of just, that yeet to the downside, and then that absolute, that nuke to the downside and absolute yeet back to the upside. So, yeah, just like absolute panic sells, liquidation, and then the same thing going the other direction. But like I said, if we want to continue up here, guys, really the way I am looking at the markets here, and let me actually go ahead and shout out to the, shout out to the premium Discord real quick. Yeah, shout out to Tony D said, should I make it rain in the live chat? Yeah, Tony D, dump some memberships on these beautiful CandleMafia members, guys. If you're new here, go ahead and smash that like button. We go live here every single weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and typically you get to see my ugly mug on camera, but for some reason, Bitcoin dumped so hard, it broke that Sony. So we're just running with the charts here, but I'm going to go ahead, guys, and before we jump into the altcoins, because, we'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, but really, guys, looks like tons of liquidations to the downside, followed by short liquidations, and prices almost right back to this value area low. So key level of resistance right now that we got to get over if we don't want Bitcoin to continue dumping is we have to reclaim this value area low, coming in at $26,593. If we can get back up there and get some of these time frames to roll back around, we may be able to get some kind of a bounce coming in here. But I would not be expecting it to go to the moon. I would be expecting it to be a lackluster bounce before a, maybe another continuation to the downside. It's really hard to tell right now. This might have just been that crazy panic wick, and we may be able to get back in this range. But that's the level we need to get above if we don't want to continue dumping. But let me go ahead and pull up a fresh chart here really, really quickly so I can... Oh, my God. Absolutely insane. Finally, guys, we get a little bit of excitement on the live stream. Usually, you guys know Bitcoin likes to move as soon as I sign off. But let me go ahead and go over these levels with you guys right now as we speak. So what I'm going to do here is let's go ahead and pull our macro range again. And here it is, right? Reclaiming... on the daily, guys, on the daily, we're starting to potentially reclaim this level. We closed this daily candle above that value area low. I'm not saying we're going to moon, but I will say who hit the exit? Who hit the fast forward on that XRP short? Sharing the love. Coinbase was slow, but seems better now. Shout out to Falco. Guys, this is, if you've been in crypto for a while, anytime something like this happens, Coinbase goes down. They can't handle the traffic of people trying to panic sell. And I'll be honest with you, some people think that's a problem with Coinbase, and I will be the first person to tell you that is probably the best feature they have, the slow servers, because it could stop you from making bad mistakes like panic selling your Bitcoin on these crazy wicks down only to get ripped back to the upside. But, guys, this is the macro range. And, guys, shout out to the volume profile. I really wish my camera was working right now, guys. I am extremely mad. Should we just look at that? Like, you guys could just look at me like mouth breathing, a picture of me mouth breathing on the picture there. But, what are we looking at here, guys? What happened? We've been looking at this range forever. We lost the value area high. Now, again, I'm not saying that we were calling for this move to the value area low right now, but what were we looking at? We were looking at the rejection from the value area high, looking for the move to the POC. We got that today, earlier. And what happens when you lose that POC? Tony D, did Tony D drop the memberships? Yeah, Tony D, go ahead and drop the memberships if you haven't already. Go ahead and bless these people for tuning in to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to my boy DZ. But, guys, we were hanging out at the POC, and where do we go? Creighton C, if you're in here, Dave Digital, Tanner A, Metabice, Jessica, our female CandleMafia representative, if you're in here, let me know when you lose that POC, where is the next likely place for price to go Value area low. Shout out to Gen Z. Let's go. That is where you're going. There we go. The value area lows. Pop it in chat, guys. When you lose that POC, as soon as you lose the value area low, you are expecting to get a move not only to the POC. We talk about this every single day on the channel. Not only the POC, but you are also looking for the move down to the value area low. Now, again, obviously we nuked way past it, but again, where are we starting to settle here on this daily candle? Sitting right here at the value area low. So, I mean, talk about not getting not getting super bearish at the low of the range. That was really, really, really testing people's cojones right there. But simply put, guys, zooming out, you lost the value area high, came to the POC, and then, again, I didn't expect this to happen so fast, but we went right to the value area low, wicked below, but we are starting to settle up there on that value area low. So we can reclaim this, guys. If we close this daily candle above this value area low, it would be somewhat of a decent sign. Yeah, that is going to be the key level that we need to reclaim that is above us. However, and then let's pull our hyper macro range here. Actually, let me pull this to a different set of candles. Let me pull it to here. That might be what we bounced off of right there. There it is. So, guys, this previous range here, this is more likely what we hit, or yeah. Macro value area low from the bottom of the bear market. Value area high, macro value area high was right here. That is very, very close to where we bounced from. And then also this range was the other kind of, right here. This is, this is kind of where I get my levels from. But let's pull that same golden pocket we were just looking at. Beautiful bounce right there. Guys, I don't know. That did seems like somewhat of just a mass liquidation event. I don't know how alarmed I would be about that. Obviously, we'll have to reassess the situation, when we get price action to develop. But these are that is a key level. Not only do you have your macro value area high, you have your local value area high from this range, as well as your golden pocket. 786 coming in right here at about $22,253. And then your value area low of this range is coming in. Let's go ahead and pull it right here. Value area low of that range coming in at about 22K even. So these are some levels that I would be looking at to the downside. But again, I don't know if you're going to get back down there. This was did just look like a bunch of liquidations. I don't know. Kind of hard to say. Definitely got a strong bounce. That is what you want to see. On a big dump like that, that is what you want to see. A hard V-shaped bounce, which you don't even get the V-shaped bounce because you'd probably have to go to the 1 minute to see that. There you go. V-shaped bounce here. That is kind of what you want to see. No guarantees that we don't go back down there, but those are the lower levels, guys. Again, simply just looking at the volume profiles. If we come back down to this level, more specifically, the golden pocket value area high. Let me get rid of this range so I don't confuse everybody. Once we come down to this level, if we revisit this level, which again, if we reclaim this value area low at $29,300, if we reclaim this level, I don't know how quickly we're going to get back down here, but if we do wind up coming back down to revisit this level, it's going to be your next key level of support. Why? Because it's the door to lower prices. I'll mark it as the door to lower prices. Here we go. Why is it the door to lower prices? Door to lower prices. Why is it the door to lower prices? Because if you break below this level, just like if you watch this live stream daily, guys, if you watch this live stream every single day, just like as soon as you lose this value area high, you are looking for a potential move to your value area low, obviously getting turbulence at the POC. That is just something you have to, that's just how the volume profiles work, right? The POC, point of control, the area where the most volume was transacted will give you turbulence. But once you get accepted back into the value area, you are expecting to come to the value area low eventually. Price action is messy, right? So likely it is going to be, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong. In this very rare case, we did come straight back down to it, right? And we are settling right there. I don't want people thinking like, oh, we wicked below. I understand, but look where we're settling. So with that same exact logic, that is why this is the door to lower prices. Because if price does wind up coming back down here and we lose this value area high, where are you expecting price to go? You're expecting it to go to the POC, right? Where's that POC? $22,830. Where are you looking after that? You're looking to come to the value area low, coming in at $22,000. So That's going to be the next levels to the downside. And again, this golden pocket value area high confluence is going to be massively key because of the fact it is the value area high of the previous range. And then if you start losing that value, if you start losing this range, this value area low down here, that's where you're probably looking for much, much lower prices. But I will say this, if we're looking for 8K, I know a lot of people are looking for 8K. For me to expect $8,000 Bitcoin, we would have to be back in this volume profile. We would have to be back in this range, right? We would have to be back inside of this range, which again, if you lose this doorway to lower prices, you are at risk of coming below this value area low, right? So if you wind up coming down here, reject the value area high. If you cannot get back above it, you're expecting to eventually get down to the value area low at 22K with expected volatility at 22,940 because that's where your POC is. I'll even label this. Let's label it POC, right? You're expecting volatility there, right? Maybe some turbulence, but you are expecting to eventually come down to 22K at your value area low. And again, this is only if you lose this level decisively. But if you start losing this value area low at 22K, you are essentially getting accepted back into this range, which the value area low of this range gets you lower to about 18.7. We would have to really start losing this range, like pretty badly with high time frame candles. It's not until we get stuck under here decisively that I would even open up the door to potentially coming down to like 14 or 8 or 10K, right? So until we start losing this value area low, I would not be expecting 8K. Just to kind of put in perspective, because there is a point where I would have to anticipate a potential bigger move down to about 8K, right? Like if it does happen, but just to kind of show you guys where that would be taking place, it would be down here. We'd have to really start decisively losing this value area. But there you go. Really, for right now, guys, unless we... Oh, dang it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get rid of the POC. There we go. If you guys want to take the key levels, key levels to the upside, got to hold this value area low at 26,300. If we can get back above there, we could look for a potential move back up to the POC. If we cannot reclaim this level, we would be looking to come back down to this next significant level of support, which again is the value area high golden pocket confluence. And then if you lose it, you guys now have the levels to the downside, which kind of, I would have thought was crazy to look at, but I mean, hey, maybe this will happen again and we'll just go to zero overnight. But yeah, hopefully no one got too wrecked. I really hope no one lost too much money on that dump. Nuke it. Shout out to Pokemon. Let's go. Shout out to the 2,700 or 2,665 people, guys. Smash that like button. If we get 1,000 likes on the live stream, I will spin that wheel of pain and pleasure 20 times. And we are doing a massive giveaway on tomorrow's live stream because we skipped the giveaways for the past last Friday. So we're going to have to double up on the giveaways. But if we hit if we hit 1,500 likes on tonight's live stream, I will give away 3 Frankie Candles hats. And if we hit 1,000 likes, I'll spin that wheel 20 times. Which will wind up ending up me giving away a ton of crypto on top of all the crypto we're already giving away tomorrow. If you guys are curious on how to get into those giveaways, you can go ahead and the mods will give you directions on how to do that, hopefully, in a minute. But let's go ahead and move on and take a look at some of the altcoins, guys. That is really what I'm looking at as far as key levels on Bitcoin. Obviously, the TA here, I'm not even going to really go into the indicators too much here just because when you get crazy manipulation like this, like the indicators don't call for that, right? It kind of happens out of nowhere. Yeah, Ethereum. Let's go ahead and check out Ethereum or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Really, really tempted to try and figure out how to fix this camera situation, guys. Kind of really frustrating that this thing is not working. Hello. Really annoying, guys. The one show that the one show that the camera decides to die for is the one where Bitcoin goes to zero. Go figure. But let's continue on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Let's go ahead. Anyone new here is probably like, why is he calling it Erythrium? It's been a long bear market, guys. We've been going live 5 days a week, making tons of content in the bear market. We got to have fun somehow, and what we do for fun here is mispronounce Ethereum, like your grandmother might call it. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, shout out to Dave Hagen. Says they need to get you a Sony FX3. What do you think I'm shooting on right now, bro? Let's go. Shout out to Sony. I'm kidding. I have an FX30 at the office studio, at the home studio. I have an A7 III, actually. But yeah, the FX30 is fire. We have an FX3 as well. But anyway, let's continue on. Let's go. Crypto Cowboy said 2.6K people in here, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. But let's go ahead and check out Ethereum. Also went to zero, not recovering as quickly as Bitcoin. But let's take a look here. So for Ethereum, guys, we were looking at some key levels, which obviously did get slapped in the face here. But very similar to Bitcoin, we lost this value area high. We expected to come down to this POC. And then once we reject the POC, we would expect to come down to the value area low. And then obviously we nuked right down below it because of those liquidations, likely. But key level on Ethereum, guys, to reclaim is going to be the value area low sitting right here. I mean, let's see if I could pull yeah, that's the, let's see. Let me pull this local range on Ethereum as well right here. Very similar to what we were looking at on Bitcoin. Yeah, came right down to the value area low. So obviously they're going to be different levels than Bitcoin. But here you have your value area high. Let me pull, do we have our golden pocket in confluence with that value area high like Bitcoin? Let's see. Yes. Yes. Okay. So similar situation on Ethereum here, guys. Very, very similar situation. I'm going to come up to the daily to clean up the chart just a little bit. Let's minimize this. Don't worry if you missed the dip. There will be another one next week. Hey, and you know what they say about that? If there is a dip, stay calm. Shout out to Stay Calm. Shout out to anybody who got those one of those 20 memberships. Let's go. Welcome to the CandleMafia. Anybody who got in there. Let's see. Loving these cheap prices. Me too. XRP rug pulled again. Shout out to Flat Smack. Slap that like button. Cryptos will bounce back. Let's go. Shout out to Elite Ways. Let's get it. But as we look here on Ethereum, guys, the next levels that I would be looking for on Ethereum would be this value area low pulled from this local previous range. Value area high coming in at about 1658. And then your POC also coming in at 1635 in perfect confluence with both, with the whole golden pocket here, right? So you got, POC and value area high confluence with that golden pocket. This would be the next level I would look for if we got it, if we were looking at this before the dump. And we are starting to hold that level, right? And I mean, you whipped right down into that value area low. Absolutely insane. Straight to the value area low. I actually respected that value area low pretty well. 786 in perfect confluence with that, not perfect, but in pretty good confluence with that value area low. 786. Yeah, there you go. POC kind of at the high of the range there. So I would say this is your doorway to lower prices as well, just as Bitcoin. That value area high on Bitcoin was the door to lower prices. Same exact thing applies here. So this would be the door to lower prices. Oh, no, I missed Dave's super chat. Hold up. What is going on here? Boom. Door to lower prices is going to be the value area high of this local range, guys. And to be honest, I would probably be looking more for the bottom of this blue box to be that door to lower prices. So I'm actually going to move that because you could break below the value area high of this range, but you could get a bounce off that POC, right? So you could come down and then get a bounce off the POC. So if you lose that point of control, just like what Ethereum just did, you are likely to get a move down to that value area low. Now that did happen in 2 seconds, but if we wind up hanging out here, you start looking at the lower time frames, even if we get a bounce here, right, you get a little retracement and then we come back down. If you lose this blue box, I would be looking down to that value area low coming in at 1531. I am in an Ethereum short right now as well. Let me see if I could pull. Yeah, so maker short up 2,300, 500 locked in. Not too bad on that. My ETH short is not on Femex, though. Shout out to Femex. If you guys want to sign up for Femex and long or short your favorite coins, the mods will drop. Hopefully, Tony or one of the mods will drop our affiliate link in the description, or it is in the description, but they'll drop it in the chat. It will help support the channel. We put free educational trading content out every single day. So if you like that and you enjoy the content, you want to help support the channel, you could use our affiliate link, and I believe you can get some bonus trading funds that if you make money on them, they will let you keep the profits. But let me go ahead and just check that other trade, that Ethereum short, on my phone really quickly, guys. But those are the key levels I'd be looking at on Ethereum to the downside. Your key level that you must reclaim to get to stop this dump and hopefully not have it continue. Again, Ethereum not recovering as well as recovering as well as Bitcoin, but I would say you want to get back above this value area low, coming in at 1763. So there you go. I am actually going to, yeah, there we go. Okay, 32% on the Ethereum short. Profits locked in. But they don't show everything on the app, so I don't know how much profit I have realized. But we got a few hundred unrealized, and then a few grand on the maker short. And then I will also buy low and sell high. Let's go. Anyone watching the Curve Finance chart? Wasn't the founder at liquidation's door a week or two ago? Potentially. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is what I would be looking for. We got to reclaim this value area low if we don't want Ethereum to continue to dump. Could hang out up here, but once we lose this blue box, that's where I would look to come back down to this value area low. Now, let's go ahead. I do want to take a look at Ton. Let's check it out because this was, let's see. That is not what I want to look at. We want to look here. KuCoin chart. There we go. Shout out to the premium Discord. This was a trade that this trade setup we did put in the premium Discord. I wish I had. Actually, I might have the Discord open here. I don't want to share any information. It's not fair to the people who pay if I just dox all the setups that we have in there. But one thing we were looking for here, guys, shout out to the premium. Last TP absolutely smashed. Moonbag well in profit here. Nice little 11% move. But one thing I want to show here is look at the respect on this level. We were looking to go short at this 2 levels. We were looking to maybe fill 50% of this position on a move up into this purple box and then fill the rest of the position up here at the golden pocket. But look at the respect on this golden pocket, guys. Look at that respect. Filled that perfectly to the almost the penny. I zoomed into this so much last night. Like literally, this is like the most respect I've ever seen on a golden pocket. Like the closest like to the dollar tap I've ever seen in my life. But there you go. Hit that one for a pretty nice short. So shout out to anybody in the premium. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Said, hope nobody got hurt. If so, maybe a Band-Aid. Shout out to maybe a Band-Aid. But let's go ahead and continue on. Leroy Essel in the house. What is going on, bro? Redman said, go back to 114. Go back to 114 Gwei. Let's go. Mark Dutch. Darren Dusting. Shout out Mark Dutch. Let's go. But yeah, let's go ahead and dump of the year so far. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, let's see. I mean, not really, no real decent recovery here on Ton. But I kind of wanted to check this selfishly because this was a setup that I put in the Discord. But yeah, I guess if you guys want to see TA on your favorite altcoins, go ahead and throw them in the chat. Spam your favorite altcoins right now. The mods will count up the votes and let us know what altcoins we'll be looking at tonight. We started with Ethereum. Now we're on Ton. We will be taking a look at XRP momentarily. And then any other requests that you guys have, go ahead and spam them in the chat right now. Shamelessly spam. But there you go. Yeah, money flow coming out on the 4-hour. This does, I mean, some kind of a bounce could be, warranted here at some point. We did come all the way back down to the value area low here, which is funny. I was saying, like, I don't want to be crazy and say we can make it down to the value area low, and I actually didn't even really think it would be likely. That's why the last TP here was at the POC, but you never know. That's why you want to hold the moon bag, because you never know when you can get price to come back down to that value area low. But yeah, money flow coming out on the 4-hour. VWAP getting seriously rejected there. You think this crash is bad? Wait until WW3 starts. Shout out to Unbelievable. Shout out to maybe a Band-Aid said CRV. Yeah, we can take a look at CRV. I'll check that next. But yeah, local bounces likely to come in here at some point as you hit that value area low, unless there's some kind of more, liquidation events happening. But yeah, with the way money flow looks on the 4-hour right now, I would expect that to be a lackluster bounce before continuing to the downside. And then, yeah, taking a look at some of the higher time frames, 16-hour money flow coming out. Yeah, local bounce, not impossible. Daily red dot, this was one of the big things why we were searching for shorts up here was we knew that this daily was likely to roll back over and at least give us some kind of a move down. But, yeah, didn't realize it was going to bring us down that low. But, hey, it paid out. It paid out. But, yeah, there you go. I would look for some kind of, local bounces, not impossible, like I said. But with money flow on the 4-hour continuing out, I would expect it to be a lackluster bounce to the upside before rolling around back to the downside. And guys, I do just want to point out, if you have been watching the show, daily or even, once in a while, if you've tuned in at any point in the past 2 months, you will know, like I talked about this in our market update earlier this morning. And there you go, right back above that daily, the weekly candle, right back above that value area low. Let's see. Let me see if did we reclaim it on the lower time frame? Yeah, still just sitting right underneath it. We really got to get above that level. However, one thing I do want to point out, guys, if you've watched the channel, again, at any point during the past 2 months, you will know that, as we're bing-bonging around up here, everybody was thinking, and I'm not saying that I knew and everyone else was wrong. It's not what I'm saying. But, everybody, as we were ranging around up here, XRP news, Bitcoin to the moon, oh, my God. We were looking at Market Cypher letting us know that the higher daily time frames as well as the weekly were not primed for a big move to the upside. So we were looking for this move down. Did not think that this panic wick was going to happen, but we were looking for a potential move down to this level here at 28.3, POC at about 28K, and then the value area low at 26,420. And not only was it because of the way money flow looked on the medium time frames, but it was also, guys, the weekly bearish divergence, right? Let's turn this off. We always talk about how things take time to play out, right? Things take time to play out. Like, I love how people think it's funny because, like I said, we were looking for a move down, but am I going to sit up here and pretend that, like, we predicted this panic wick? It's like people come in and, like, you'll see, like, on Twitter, people like, I knew this was going to happen. Like, you didn't know that panic wick was going to happen. Be like, oh, the signs were there. Now, the signs were there for a move to the downside, right? We had a weekly bearish divergence. That's a pretty strong technical signal, right, for a move down. But it doesn't predict this panic wick, right? Like, don't let people trick you. Like, people are going to tell you, like, I knew that panic wick was going to happen. They didn't know. Nobody knew, right? But the move to the downside was expected, right? And again, like, if we hold support here, it's just so funny. But, I really caution you guys not to get caught up in the emotions of other people's, posts on social media or whatever. You'll have those people saying, like, it all happened up here. Everyone was like, idiots, you guys think we're not going to 100K? Here we come, 100K before the halving, which, I mean, hey, not impossible, I guess. But, everyone gets all emotional on every little pump, and you even see it here, right? This little panic dump. We're right back above the value area high now, at least here on the weekly candle. But people just see this panic wick and be like, I told you we were going to zero. And then if it bounces tomorrow, those same people are like, told you guys we were going to 100K. Just don't fall into that tribalism of crypto. It's very, very prominent in the space. And it's not helpful to anybody, especially if you're listening to it. Don't let it cloud your technical analysis. Don't let it change your own opinion. Do your own analysis and come to your own conclusions. Don't let people trick you into thinking that they know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And that's coming from a guy that comes on YouTube and does technical analysis every day. You'd think if I had I definitely have interest in making people think that I know exactly where price is going to go. Now, do we get it right a lot of the time? Absolutely. But I'm never going to come up here and tell you guys that I know exactly where price is going, and you're an idiot if you think otherwise, because that's not how the market works. So when you see these people come in super emotional, like, oh, this was obviously going to panic dump down to 23K, like, they don't know that. They're just saying it, right? But the move down was very, very, expected, right? Again, not expecting the panic wick, but at least a significant move to the downside. The lowest I was looking recently was down here. It wasn't until this morning that we started looking at this level down here. But for the most part, we were looking for this to potentially bring us back down to this value area low. More lightly, even more so the point of control, right? We were really looking at this level saying, hey, thinking we could probably get a bounce here. Obviously, we didn't get that, right? Because we're not right 100% of the time either. But this was a big level we were watching. This was a big level we were watching. And then this was kind of like, hey, if we come down here, this is the last place that I would be willing to look for a long position, right? And again, the weekly bear div, money flow coming out on the medium time frames, like, it takes time to play out. And I felt so crazy looking for that when we were up here because everyone was saying, oh my God, XRP won the lawsuit, we're going to $1 million. And I felt like the only idiot calling for downside based on, I'm like, does no one see the weekly bear div? And again, I don't want you guys to think that I'm saying that I called the panic wick. I'm not talking about the panic wick. Forget about this. I'm just talking about the move down even to the POC. That's kind of the point of this stream because we've been looking for a move down to this POC for a while. And I felt crazy calling for it, but here we are. The longer-term time frames prevail more than they don't, right? So I just want anyone who's been watching for a while just see that, you know, being patient and waiting for these higher time frames to play out, you wind up getting those moves more often than not. And although we passed the POC, we are sitting at that value area low, which is literally what you expect when you lose that value area high. And this is why we look at the markets in terms of ranges. It simplifies everything. When everyone is sitting up here saying, oh my God, 100K, we're looking at this as a deviation out of the value area, essentially looking at this as overbought, finding bearish signals to go short, and then getting a big move down, potentially looking to, I always say, potentially eventually, get a move down to the value area low. So there you go. We talked about this in the market update. Weekly bear div, like nothing really crazy. Again, didn't expect this crazy panic wick, but this move down to the value area low was basically expected. The value area is a goated trading tool, right? You lose the value area high, you expect to come to the low with a lot of noise in between, and that's exactly what we got, except this was more of a straight line. So just shout out to the volume profiles, guys. Here we are, sitting at the value area low after losing the value area high. And I have to say that every time it happens because now when you see the market, now hopefully you guys go and look at the markets in terms of the volume profiles and you can see these moves coming before they actually happen. Shout out to Redman, value area low, Wayne Ceason, I need an inhaler. Bitcoin bulls are too strong. They flat smacked the bears in the face. Let's go. But let's go ahead and continue on. They just sold $373 million in BTC, and the retail just bought it right back up. Too much conviction in Bitcoin, if that is what happened. There's just too much conviction. All right, this changes nothing for... Whoa, that's weird. Chemistry Bro literally said conviction. That was weird. This changes nothing for my conviction in crypto. It's really weird that I just randomly... what the heck is going on? A bank defaulted and someone sold a big bag. Changes nothing for the long-term outlook for crypto for me. Absolutely, Chemistry Bro. I would have to agree with you 100%. Still super bullish on Bitcoin. Listen, if Bitcoin did dump down to 8K, I'm still buying 8K Bitcoin. I'm sorry. But yeah, I would agree with you. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. So yeah, we took a look at Ethereum, we took a look at TUM, we took a look at Bitcoin. Now let's go ahead and check XRP. And did we get the altcoin votes in or being counted? I might have missed that chat. Let's see. 800 likes. Mark Dutch said, still a bearish divergence on the like button. Smash that like button, guys. We're going for 1,500 likes. And if we get it, we're going to add 3 Frankie Candles hats. I wish I could show them to you right now, but the camera doesn't work. But yeah. Let me know, mods, if we've got the altcoins. I'll start off with XRP. So here we are. XRP. What were we looking for on XRP? Let me get rid of these. Well, I can probably zoom in and show you, right? What we were looking at on XRP recently, well, number one, we were looking at this value area low. We found a deviation from that value area low, expecting a move to the upside. We got it. Then we came back down. If we couldn't hold this value area low, our next major level we were looking down to was the 786/value area high of confluence right here between about 56 and 54 cents, or 55 cents, right? Now, let me get rid of these arrows. We were obviously expecting a bounce there. Thank you, Tony, for pinning that. But we were expecting a bounce off of this level, guys. Obviously, we did not get the bounce. However, if you lose this level, and I'll just spit a little sauce for you guys, for anybody new and learning, we know the reason the volume profiles are so useful is because if we come down to this level, we obviously were expecting a bounce. If you don't bounce off the golden pocket, you look down to the 786 retracement level. That's likely where higher lows come in or big bounces come in, right? Now, the reason, or the fact that we know this is a value area high is huge because it gives us context into the market and lets us know what is likely to happen if we lose that level. And just like I've been saying on every other asset we've looked at, once you lose that value area high, you are expecting price to eventually come down to the value area low. Obviously, you want to expect a lot of volatility, and just in the same way you expect to reject the high and come to the low, when you bounce off the low, you're expecting to come to the value area high. But please understand that price action's messy. You got a rejection here, got a rejection here, and then finally you get a big rejection here, and then finally you come up and hit the value area high. But if you lose this value area high, we would expect to move down to the value area low. In this case, it happened in one giant panic wick. So here we are. We are now within this value area. If we do not quickly get back above this level and start working our way back up towards this previous value area low, we could be looking at an acceptance into this range. And I mean, we already almost hit the value area low, but because we did not touch it exactly, if we are continuously accepted into this range, I would probably expect some kind of noise to happen up in here, but eventually come down and tap that low. So key levels of support on XRP, biggest level of support in the local for the local levels would be 41 cents, 0.4130. If you hold this level, you could look for potential long positions to get back up to the range high. And the fact that we got rejected, the fact that we could not get back above this value area high, yeah, could mean that we're ready to play around in this range once again. But kind of hard to like really read the price action here, as it was such a quick nuke and bounce. Let's see. High Def said, please tell me it's possible for XRP to just keep dropping, like continuously go down, like more down. Shout out to High Def. I will tell you, if you are looking for more downside on XRP, you've got to break this value area low at 41 cents. If you lose the value area at 41 cents, you are likely to get accepted into this local range. And once you lose this value area high, you could look down to come back to 36 cents. So, yeah, and you could see these ranges are respected even after you break them, right? You respected this range, high, low, right? Same range that we respected right here, high, low, or low, high, right? So they get respected in the future even after you break below them. So if you get back into this range, I will mark it out with a white box right here. I know that's not white, that's blue, but there you go. Right, so if you lose this value area low, you could get accepted back into this range here, which is the white box, which if you lose that value area high, you would expect to come down here, and that value area low is at 36 cents. So those are the lower levels I would look for on XRP, and if you can't get back above this 786 value area high, I would expect to kind of bing bong around in this range. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we go. Sorry, I'm new to Bitcoin. Bought only to purchase something, then this happens. Will Bitcoin go back to what it was? Shout out to Jay. I don't know if you're joking or if you're being serious. But yeah, crypto's not dead. At least not right now. I'm not saying it's impossible. But listen, a lot of people, when they say crypto's dead, they're talking about in America. You have to understand crypto is worldwide. Now, although let's say like U.S. bans Bitcoin completely or does something crazy regulatorily. But if they did do that, you have to understand it would take a hit, but it is only one place, right? It's only America. It's not the whole world, and crypto is worldwide. So just understand that. Same thing with shout out to E Norma. Says Frankie with the alpha +1. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for tuning in to the Frankie Candles live stream. I appreciate you guys. And don't forget I hate to be the guy, but don't forget to smash the like button. 1,500 likes. We'll give away 3 Frankie Candles hats, and I'll give away I'll give away 2 separate free months of the premium Discord where you can get access to the trade setups like we got here on Toncoin. So if you're looking to get the trade setups before they play out so you can be ready to enter these trades before the dumps or before the pumps, go ahead and smash that like button because you can win some free premium memberships. We'll give away 2 if we get 1,500 likes. So there we go. Don't forget to smash up that like button. But remember, guys, even XRP, people always talk about, if XRP loses the lawsuit, you have to understand that they could just go overseas. Now, would it hurt them? Probably. But it's not the end-all, be-all, right? Because they can function worldwide. So just remember that. Let's see. Oh, God. Shout out to Maxstro. Says there's a lot of meath on the show. I don't know what that means. That is, I will say this, Maxstro, that is the first time we've ever heard that comment. We've never heard that before. So, yeah, shout out to that. We should pin that. Let's pin that. No, I'm actually kidding. I don't want to pin bad words, but I want to pin that because that's definitely that's probably the most unique comment we've gotten. I've never gotten that before. People are allergic to the energy, guys. I think it's true. But anyway, let's continue on here. XRP, those are the levels we're looking for. Do not want to break this 41 cent level. You break the 41 cent level and you can't get back above it, you are likely going to be looking down towards 36 cents. So let's go ahead and move on to another altcoin, which is going to be BNB for the next. There we go. Bada boom. Oh, God, BNB to 0, baby. Let's see. Shout out to Hodl Crypto. Let's see. Frankie Cavs, what's up? Hey, Cardonzo Beans. Let's get it. Shout out to James Kramer. Let's see. I just want a hat so I could sport it at the Crypto Club in L.A. Shout out to Red Elephant. We'll have to get you a hat, bro. We'll room for you in the giveaway. Okay. Can I short and long on futures? Yes. If you want to short or long, you can check. We have a couple links to our favorite exchanges in the description down below. So if you enjoy the free education and the free content here and you want to support the channel, you can go ahead and use those links or just go to the websites by yourself and sign up alone. It doesn't really matter to us. But, yeah, take a look at BNB. I'm just going to go ahead and start fresh here because we have not looked at BNB in quite some time. Take a look here at the daily. Oh, baby. All right. Let's look at, why are we looking at the KuCoin? Let's look at the Binance Tether. Gotta break some eggs to break cake. Oh my God, Landon lost 28K. Dang, bro. I truly feel for you, man. That is not a fun thing. The Godfather in chat, guys. Show some respect to the true Godfather. He's in chat. Show him some love. Who bought this debt? Check, please. Let's go. Shout out to the Godfather. But let's continue on here and take a look at BNB. I'm going to pull this macro range here. Let's pull up the VPVR. Here we go. Take a look at the visible range volume profile. Let's see. Let's take a look at the local range. Shout out to Dave Digital. We talk about your meat all the time. Hashtag calf. Shout out to Dave Digital. And you did say that I missed one of your super chats. Let's see. And someone didn't sub. Oh, 52K today. Maybe we will hit 52K today. Shout out to Dave Digital. Let's go. Hopefully. Shout out to Dave. Thank you for the super chat, bro. We appreciate you. But let's go ahead and take a look here, guys. Let's just look at the macro. Let's see. We'll take this. I'm going to pull a fixed range. I really do prefer. I mean, we love the VPVR, but I do prefer the fixed range, to be honest with you. It's just a little bit easier to pull the actual levels you want to look at. I'll just pull this local level here. So here we are. Completely lost the range that we were stuck in here for quite some time on BNB. Stuck in here for like 67 days, more than 2 months. And yeah, this thing is just breaking down. Let's see. Kind of hard to honestly do TA on some of these alts, guys, because of that super, super fast move down. But let's see. Yeah, actually, we'll pull up the VPVR as well. So we'll do VRVP on top of the fixed range. Yeah, so pretty massive volume gap up to this high volume node, which is likely in confluence with a value area, maybe a value area low. But it's probably going to be this value area low. No. All right, so I'm going to take this level. And I'll take this high volume node at 274. These are just significant levels to the upside. And I would look at 256 as well. So we are stuck below this massive high volume node, guys. This is the highest volume node of all of, or not all of the price action, but this is a significantly high volume node. We got to get out of this range. If we want to continue up and get back into this kind of more massive range that we've been trading in all the way since May of 2022, I'll actually pull this as well. Yeah. We got to get above the value area high. We got to get above 250. If we can get above 250, that would open the door to potentially help us. I'm actually going to get rid of these levels because we're just looking at the macro here. Yeah, totally lost this range. So this would be what I'm looking at, right? You have your lows, highs, deviation, back to the lows. We'll reject the high, back to the low, back to the high, back to the low. Could we be coming back to the high? Well, I will say this. You could be getting this bullish divergence on the daily. Now, I'm not saying there's not more downside, but if you print this bullish divergence on the daily, what you would be looking, bought some Matic and XRP on the dip, Matic to $20. Shout out to Sunny, let's go. Yeah, BTC slowly moving back up. Shout out to Taco. And I don't think that's Taco from the office. It's another Taco. But if we print this daily bull div, guys, this is where I would be looking to get above. If we do print this daily bullish divergence, that would give us a chance to get above our key level right here at the value area low, coming in at $229. If you can get above that level, you are now back within your local range, right? That local range we were just looking at right here, right? You could get back into that local range, and then once you get above that value area high, more specifically, I would look to get above this shelf of volume at about 250 even. Once you get that, come into the local range and get above this level. That is where you open up for much more upside for BNB, potentially bringing you back up to the value area high, coming in at $313. Massive low volume gap here. That is likely to be a quick move. And to be 100% honest with you, there's actually not too much volume really just between this high volume node and this high volume node, right? So see how we got this quick move down? You could get another quick move up through this little volume gap because there's nothing holding you up. Right now, you do have some high volume nodes here, right? High volume node, and then this is essentially the value area high, so you're likely to get some kind of turbulence there, but it could be another very quick move up, right? When you get those quick moves down, you could get those quick moves up, right? So, and that's all due to the volume gaps, right? There's just nothing but air here. Likely, you will at least get a quick move up to about 270, but really, we got to get that bull div on the daily, get us above this value area low, get us above this high volume node, and then we can look for more upside for BNB. So there you go. If we are looking for more downside on BNB, I will say, pull up a higher time frame here. Yeah, not much. There is really nothing, just like we were looking at those volume gaps, there is really not much between the lows here at about $179 all the way down to about $29. There is really not too much here. This is basically just an empty void. So if we wind up losing, your real key level is going to be about $180. If you start really decisively losing that level and you can't get back above, that is where you're looking for a massive collapse of BNB. Not that I'm calling for that, but that's really, there's not much underneath us to help us bounce, right? If you lose these wicks down here, you're likely, you got a little bit of volume at 130, little bit of volume at 69, giggity. But look at these tiny little high volume nodes. Like, these are not very big. So if you don't bounce here, yeah, like I would really, if you get a bigger move down here, I would be looking, you really, really got to bounce here, right? You got a little turbulence, gave you a little bit of volume. You got to bounce there, or you got to bounce here. Or you're likely going to be coming down pretty tragically. So there you go. There is BNB. Let's go ahead and continue on. No way that's happening, Bitfrog. Yeah, I wouldn't say that that's, I wouldn't say that's likely. I'm just saying if you start losing these wicks, these are really your only support levels. But I wouldn't really, at least at this point, I wouldn't be calling for that either. I would be looking more for a bounce here. Let's see. Fake dump. Shout out to Flat Smack. ETH is pumping. All right, let's go ahead and move on to ADA or ADA or Cardano, as our boy James Kramer would call it. Let's check it. All right, here we go. I don't remember exactly what we were looking at before. All right, well, looking for a move down to this level. We didn't get the bounce, but again, hard to remember exactly what we were looking for. Let's go ahead and start fresh here on Cardano. Let me take a sip of the Aztecian Cactus Moss Water real quick, guys. Bear with me. Let's see. Shout out to Eric Bonici, my paisan. What's going on, my brother? What's going on? All right. Okay, let's continue on. Taking a look at Coinbase back up and running. Let's go. All right. Take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Back above the value area low. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go. Volume profiles for the win. If you're not looking at the market in terms of volume profiles, what are you doing? Let's get it. There we go. Love it. Love it. All right, let's see. Harley says, Frankie, what does your crystal ball say about my bank account? You can't see me right now, Harley, but I am counting a whole lot of Benjamins. So that is what I see in your future. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Okay, taking a look at ADA. I'm a Cardano kind of guy. Shout out to Brad Guidell, absolute OG of the CandleMafia. Let's go, baby. All right, let's go ahead and move on here, taking a look at the daily. Now I will pull this macro volume profile. We'll go from here to here. Yeah, this was last time I believe we looked at Cardano. We were like, yikes, it doesn't look good. But, yeah, here we are, right? Get rid of the volume profile on the side. Yeah, so we lost our value area, right? You got your low, your high, your low, your high, your low. Lost it, came back up to test the POC. As you guys know, we talk about this all the time. You do want to look for those point of control tests. If price breaks down out of your volume profile, you are looking for those POC tests before getting a bigger breakdown, which is what we got. I'm not saying that we were looking at this on Cardano. I mean, we probably were. I just don't remember strong enough to say it confidently. But you guys know we look for this all the time, especially if you can get your POC in confluence with the golden pocket, which I don't know if we had here. Did we? Yes, we did. In fact, you wicked a... Look at that respect on the golden pocket, guys. You wicked right above that POC, rejected. So if I was looking for a short on Cardano, just to teach a little bit here, this isn't, this is obviously hindsight, but this would be kind of the area that we would be looking for rejections, because not only is it your point of control of the range, and we know that's likely a place where price likes to come test before coming lower, but you also have your Fibonacci golden pocket retracement level, which is another place that lower highs are likely to come in. And where did that lower high come in? Right between the POC and the golden pocket before continuing lower. But where is Cardano headed from here? Well, I would say, take a look at the 10-hour, no divergence, fresh 10-hour red dot, 16-hour looking to maybe get a little local bounce here. Let's see. You're getting a nice little 2-hour bull div right here on your, there you go, lower lows on your price action with higher lows on your momentum waves. 2-hour bull div, not printing just yet, but the VWAP is curving back up. Looking at the 1-hour bull div printing as we speak. Could get a local bounce here. Just off of that bull div. Now, if you do get a bounce, what levels would I be looking for a rejection at? Now, again, it is kind of hard to do TA after these massive moves. But I would look at this golden pocket as a potential rejection area. 786 sitting right here at about 29 cents. Bada boom. I would look within this area between the golden pocket and 786. If you do get that bull div on your 1 hour to confirm, and it is going to give us if it does give us a consistent bounce here, I would look up to these levels for some turbulence. So if you're in a Cardano long, not financial advice, but if I were in a Cardano long here, I would probably be taking some profit off the table at these levels. And again, like, I know that was a crazy dump, guys, but I'm not willing to just call for 8K yet. It's like, to be honest, like, some of these daily time frames are a bit like oversold, to be honest. Like, daily's pretty oversold at this point, right? 2-day, getting into that oversold territory. So there you go. This does look more like some kind of a black swan. Whether it was Elon Musk or SpaceX selling $237 million in Bitcoin or whatever it was, I don't know if I'm necessarily looking for zero just yet. Not saying it can't happen. I'm looking at all my computers. I see a 2K Bitcoin. Let's go. Shout out to Knockstars TV. But let's go ahead and continue on. So that is what I'd be looking for on Cardano. I mean, hey, we're going to go for it right now, guys. We're going for it right now. Going for that rejection. 1 hour bull div starting to play out. That's what I would be looking at on Cardano. All right, let's see. ADA has basically recovered. Yeah. Shout out to the Cardano crew. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. It is his birthday. Shout out to Rob. Everybody wish Rob a happy birthday. He is one of our amazing mods here that helps us out on the channel. I do appreciate everything he does. And on a special day like today, which is his birthday again, we like to show respect. So everybody give a big happy birthday to Rob in the chat. Taking a look at Matic. Let's go ahead and move on as I chug this Aztecian Cactus Moss Water. And if you're new here, that is simply a fancy word for the healthiest energy drink that you can possibly find. All right, let's see. Wait, it's Rob's birthday. Crimson Caravan Company, you know this. It's always his birthday every single day. All right. Taking a look at Matic. Take a look at the daily. Dang. All right, let's start fresh here. Let's see. Where the emotes at? Shout out to Andrew D. Healthy energy drinks. Sounds like healthy cigarettes. Yeah, shout out to Cisco Kids. Basically the same thing. Yeah, Mojo says Injective is green on the day. We just did a video on Injective Protocol. If you guys are interested in checking that out, it is on the channel. We put it out on Sunday. Oh, wait, hang on. Did we put it out on Sunday, or is that the one that we're releasing now? I don't even know. But let's go ahead and continue on here. All right, taking a look at the daily. All right. No, I mean, we don't know if this is going to confirm yet. We still have about an hour until we print another daily candle here. But, you know, potential possibility of printing a bull div here on the daily time frame. But this is not, we got to have this candle close lower than this candle. Shout out to Tony D for gifting that membership. Let's go. But yeah. Let's see. Let's move on to a different time frame. Let me pull this range. A little bit of a wonky range here, but we'll pull it anyway. We'll pull any kind of range. We don't care. Yeah, so, I mean, you're at your local value area low. I don't even really love this range. I don't love this value area, to be honest with you. It's kind of wonked out. But we got to work with what we're given. Nice. Oof. Yeah, there was a bull div on the 90-minute, and then it got invalidated. But we may be printing another 90-minute bull div, guys. Here's the thing. You don't want to get super bearish at support, right? Like, we talked about this a lot. And, you know, you don't want to get too bearish at support. Let me extend this volume profile real quick. Let me get rid of that. Bada boom. There we go. Yeah, so you don't want to get too bearish at support. Now, we could wind up rejecting this level, but you could be putting that daily bull div in. I'm sorry, that 90-minute bull div. Daily green dot. Yeah, VWAP's starting to roll back up as well. I would be careful at support here, guys. Like, shorten this thing. Like, this is not the time to short. Like, the time to short was up here, right? Like, this is not the time to go short. There's a lot of people probably trying to go short right now. They're going to get absolutely smacked. And they don't even need to get a big pump to get smacked, right? Like, you want to wait. If you're looking for shorts, at least wait for a retracement, or at least that's what I do. You know, but what do I know? But let's see. We're doing God's work. You're doing God's work. Shout out to Seeker420. Shout out to you, bro. But PYR ripping to the upside. Let's go. Shout out to Tier. Tomorrow is the last day to register. Catalyst voting on Cardano. Get paid for voting. Oh, baby. But do I think we go down more tomorrow? Kind of hard to say after such a big dump like that. Honestly, everything just looks so super oversold. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't come down more, right? Like, just because we got a big dump and we're oversold does not mean you can't come down more. But I would have to expect, like, a lot of these lower medium time frames, like, it is depending on what you're looking at, right? Like, 1 hour bull div, like, I would expect a little bit of a continued bounce to come in here, right? But it doesn't mean you can't go lower. But locally, like, immediately, I would expect some kind of a bounce to come in, just like we saw happen live on Cardano. Looking at those, massively oversold. Yes. Now, I do want to be clear. It does not mean that you can't go down more. A lot of people make the mistake of, you guys might be familiar if you're new. If you're looking at something like the RSI, I'm sure a lot of people who are, have been in crypto for a while, you remember back to when you first learned about how to read a chart, you probably thought that as soon as you're oversold, you can just, because if you look at the chart, right, like, come up to a higher time frame, you're sitting here and you're like, okay, so you were overbought here, and then you came down. And then you were oversold here, and then you came up. Like, I'll just buy when we're oversold and sell when we're overbought, and I'll just make $1 bazillion. But no, This is a perfect example of look how oversold you were all the way down here. 6.74. All the way down here, oversold as all get out, and then you just absolutely nuked. A lot of people think that once you're oversold, you can't go back down. That is not the case. If trading was that easy, everyone would just look at candles and RSI, and they would just set a bot to buy when the RSI hit a certain oversold level and sell when it hit a certain overbought level, and that's simply just not that easy. So just keep that in mind. Just because you're oversold does not mean you can't go down anymore, but it does make it more likely to get a bounce. So just keep that in mind. But for Matic, yeah, I would look, 1 hour bull div printing on a lot of this stuff. It's not the strongest divergence, but I would look for a potential move to the upside locally. And if you do get that move up, what I would be looking for is a potential move. Let me go ahead and pull from the right here to the low. I can't see this wick. Let me get rid of, there we go. Pull it to the wick here. I would look at some of these fib levels for a potential rejection. So I would draw this as a rejection zone right here. So if you do get that bounce, I would look for potential turbulence at this purple box as well as this golden pocket. Two major fib levels that I would be watching for resistance. And then don't forget your 786 up here at about 65 cents. So yeah, things move fast in crypto. But overall, guys, you want to realize you're at the value area low of your range here, right? You're sitting at the value area low. This is not the time to go short because especially when you have bull divs looking to form on things like the 90-minute, the 1 hour, the 45-minute, right? You have these bull divs. You're likely going to bounce. And here you go. Like, we're still continuing to bounce here. So, yeah. If you wind up continuing up, your key level of resistance you want to flip to support is right here at 58 cents. If you flip that value area low to support, I would look for, actually, maybe wouldn't even look for a rejection at this purple box. Still resistance, but if you get above this value area low, I would look for a move up to your golden pocket, and you could potentially start your journey up to your POC and value area high. But after a big dump like that, until I am more confident and informed on exactly what happened, this all happened live, so I can't do the research. But once I realize that this is not everything going to zero, which I'm sure it's not, I'll feel more comfortable calling for these higher prices. But until then, I would be looking at this golden pocket at about 62, 63 cents for a potential rejection. And then I would also look at the POC 786 confluence up here between about 66 and 65 cents. So those are the two major rejection zones I would be looking at on Matic. But just remember, if you're able to reclaim this value area low, it's not going to be, you don't want to go short when you're deviating from support like this, at least for me. All right, let's continue on. Scroll up. Rob used your account to say I'm right. Oh, God, I don't even know what's going on in here. What is going on in this? Guys, the chat is out of control. Chat is out of control. Shout out to the 1,800 people in here, guys. We hit 1,000 likes. We will be spinning that wheel 20 times. If we get 1,500 likes, we will be giving away 2 free months of the premium Discord to 2 separate lucky CandleMafia members. That's a month free each. Go ahead and run it up to 1,500. Let's go. If you're looking for those saucy setups. And there we go, looking to push up into that value area low. All right, let's go ahead and continue on to our next altcoin, which is going to be Algorand, which a lot of people think is dead. I'm more of a show me the charts kind of guy. But let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay, well, I guess we respected this level here, but I don't even remember what that's from. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the weekly, actually. Weekly red dot printing. I will say that, now here's the thing. It's not confirmed. Not confirmed just yet, but fresh red dot on the weekly. ADA heading back down. Oh, Joe Mama. I'm not insulting him, guys. That's his name. Shout out to Joe Mama. Said ADA heading back down. Check out an emergency Cardano. Look at Cardano. What is this? What are we looking at? Let's look at the 15-minute. Okay, yeah, nice little big wick up. Dang. Yeah, she's coming back down. But yeah, 24-minute bullish divergence. Yeah, we'll have to see. Very, very volatile stuff right now. But let's go ahead and continue on. We could try to take a look at Litecoin. Shout out to Matthew. But let's go ahead and continue taking a look at Algorand. What I would look for here, guys, is fresh red dot on the weekly. If this confirms, it is going to be more likely than not that we will come lower. Not a guarantee, but more Bitcoin recovering. Let's go. But yeah, red dot here on the weekly. If this confirms, it is going to be more likely to get another move down. Now, I'm not necessarily calling for 0 or anything like that. But then again, how much lower can we go? But what I would look for here for a more of a trustworthy reversal on Algorand is if this red dot confirms on the weekly, would look for a potential another move down. And if we do get that, I will look for a potential higher low on our momentum waves to give us one of those weekly bullish divergences, which could mark a significant bottom here for Algorand. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see really what happens in the next 3 days and 1 hour, right? We'll have to see if that confirms. But again, if it does, it is going to be likely that we will see a continued cool-off. Typically, we do get big moves on those red dots. You could just backtest it here. Red dot printing right here, big move down. Red dot printing here, big move down. Red dot printing here, big move down. Red dot printing here, big move down. Right? So these not that it's not as easy as selling every red dot. I want to make it very clear. You can't just buy green dots and sell red dots and be a millionaire. That's not how it works. But they are very, very helpful in determining where price is likely to go. Shout out to Market Cypher. And by the way, the show is sponsored by Market Cypher. If you guys want to use Market Cypher, where we check out money flow, VWAP, red dots, green dots, all that fun stuff. It's a main part of my analysis. You guys can check the link in the description down below. And they're doing some kind of crazy sale over there. You could save a ton. I think Tony has more details. He'll let you know in the chat if you want to check out Market Cypher. I'd be lost without it. It's a main part of my indicator. If you don't use it, doesn't mean you can't be successful. But if you're interested, you might as well save some money and help support this free education on the Frankie Candles YouTube channel. Smash that like button. Let's go. But taking a look here, that's what I would look for on Algorand. Really would like to see a more strong reversal here with a bullish divergence on the weekly would be nice. But let's work our way down the time frames here. 3-day bullish divergence is potentially, you got to wait for that VWAP to come back up and print the green dot, but you could be setting up for some nice higher time frame bull divs here on Algorand. And this is what I would look for, right? Even the 2-day. Not necessarily rolling back up here, but, you do have, let me grab a trend line here. You could have, multiple, you got price continuously coming down here, and then momentum waves continuously coming up. Money flow generally trending to the upside. You got a fresh crossover into the red. However, generally trending to the upside, that would be a good sign, in my opinion, as long as that money flow wave doesn't just absolutely nuke. A lot of times when you get these high time frame divergences, when it's paired with money flow coming up as well, that could mark a significant bottom, and especially with something like Algorand getting absolutely decimated. This could be a very, very good sign. Shout out to I'm My Hero said, fun fact, your girlfriend will remember if you call her fat once because elephants remember. Oh, my God. I'm My Hero. Behave yourself. Guys, I'm so pissed right now that this camera does not work. Like, I was already excited for the dump. I was going to come on here. It was going to be so hype. And then we go live. And, of course, the camera just wanted to go ahead and just not work. Absolutely insane. I'm just going to go ahead and give it one more try here, a last-ditch effort to get this camera to work. Come on, baby. Work. Oh, baby. Guys, we're live. We're live. Hello. Hello. This is not the chart. This is Frankie Candle's face. Let me go ahead. We're live, baby. We're live. Look at the smile on this guy's face. Send it to 0. Send it to 0. This is so annoying that this is just now happening. But there we go. We're live. Hey, what's up, Mafia? Let's go. How about that dump, right? But anyway, this is what I would be looking for, guys. This daily bullish daily bullish divergence. Even if your momentum wave comes down a bit more here, this is what I would look for. Get a nice little higher low here. Continued higher lows, continued lower lows. You need that green dot to continue or to print. And honestly, if you zoom in here to Market Cypher, I will say, could get a nice little trigger wave here, right? We always talk about the anchor and the trigger waves. Basic Market Cypher strategy, when you get one of these big handles, I call them, right, an anchor wave below the oversold line, that you could think of as your handle, and then you have your trigger right here, and then maybe you have something that looks like this, and then sometimes they have like a little hammer on them like that. I don't want to say what it is, but a lot of times you get that handle, the trigger, and then what happens when you pull that trigger? Bang, you come to the upside. And that is kind of what we would look for, especially on top of the divergence and the money flow printing or continuing to the upside. Could be, again, if you print the green dot on the daily, this could nuke. Remember, you have that weekly red dot, but you have to wait for price action to develop, and then once you wind up printing that bullish divergence on the daily, that would be an area where I would be considering a bigger move to the upside. So there you go. There's Algorand. I cannot believe I just got this camera to work. Unbelievable. All right, let's go ahead and pull up chat here. We got Rune as our next altcoin. Let's go ahead and check it. Binance, Tether US. Here we go, Rune. Let's go ahead and clear the drawings here. Daily red dot confirmed. And you just got a green candle here. So kind of just bing bonging. Obviously, Rune has got a massive move to the upside. From the bottom here, where are we at? Let's measure it from the low to the high. About 116%. VWAP coming back up on the daily. This thing looks like it might want to just continue to yeet here. Taking a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour. I will go ahead and take a look at this local range here. Yeah, so locally, from the low to the high, from the high to the low to the high to the low, deviation, hold support, back to the high, back to the low, back to the high, back to the low. This is why we love the volume profiles. But looking here, no real money flow crossover into the red. That is a little bit more of a bearish sign. 16-hour rolling back up. 3-hour red dot money flow coming out. 4-hour red dot money flow coming out. 15-minute looking. Oh, baby. I would be looking for a potential local move to the downside here. Are we hitting a golden pocket? Yes, we are. Okay, so just based off of the golden pocket retest, these are kind of the main resistance levels I'd be looking at. 786 POC on top of the golden pocket. Yeah, if we don't reject this golden pocket, I'd look for a push up to the 786. But with our money flow crossing over into the red on the 15-minute, a fresh money flow crossover with our 4-hour red dot printing and money flow coming out, you have to assume that this could be a significant move to the downside. When you get those red dots on the 4-hour mixed with a money flow crossover on the 15-minute, a lot of times that could turn into a bigger move, right? So I would locally be looking, once this VWAP on the 15-minute rolls back over, you could wind up seeing a bigger move down. Obviously, your support, I would be looking for some support to come in at about $1.51, as that is your value area low. So if we bing, bong, and then if you lose this value area low, that's where you'd be looking for a bigger move down. But I would look for a potential local move back down to the bottom of the value area, just at about $1.51, just based off that 15-minute money flow crossover with the 4-hour red dot. On top of that, one thing I will say, though, in the longer term, that is immediate. That is short-term price action. Immediately, I would expect a bounce, right? But in the longer term, I will say VWAP coming up on the 16-hour. Now, this is going to take a little more time to develop, because we could get a rejection at that zero line like you're seeing right here on the 10-hour. But once you wind up getting, this is kind of hard to call here. Daily red dot printing, yeah, I say you're probably getting a little bit more of a move to the downside. Dave Digital says, are you going to notice that Rune didn't budge? Yeah, definitely held up pretty good on that dump, not going to lie. But yeah, just TA-wise, I would say it does look primed for a move down. But, you could just wind up baby, guys, this mouse. You could wind up just kind of continuing to bing-bong around here. Kind of sloppy price action here, right? Deviation from the low, back to the high. Deviation from the high, back to the low. Deviation from the low. Kind of sloppy here with all these wicks. But, yeah, I would be looking for a potential move back down just because of money flow. And then if you take a look at the 90-minute money flow coming out with your daily red dot, just like that 4-hour red dot with your 15-minute money flow crossover into the red gives you a big move down. The same can be said for the daily and the 90-minute. When you get the daily red dot with the 90-minute money flow crossover into the red, sometimes it can give you a bigger move down. And we are seeing that money flow consistently cruise to the downside with your daily red dot printing. So definitely going to lean a little bit more bearish in the short term for Rune. However, the higher time frames, yeah, I mean, even the daily fresh money flow crossover into the green, 16-hour fresh money flow crossover into the green. So in the long term, could continue up. But locally, I would expect some kind of a cool-off to come in here at some point soon. Let's see. Shout out to Matt. Said, can you review my Bitcoin TA in Discord? I would appreciate it, man. Matt, I'll tell you this. If you send me a DM right now, like right this second, I will take a look at your TA live on the stream, and I will critique it, or just give you a review, I guess. I guess critique makes it seem like I'm going to say it's bad. Just say review. It might be awesome. But yeah, if you DM me right now and I can find it and not be a boomer, I will go ahead and, I will go ahead and review it live here in front of 1,500 people. So either, I don't know, if that excites you, do it. If it makes you nervous, then maybe just send it to me after the live stream, and I'll try to get to it if I see it, for sure. I always try to answer as many DMs as I can. It does get very, very hard, but yeah, I will try to see it. Let's see. Who blew out the candles? Oh, yeah, did I go black? Yeah, I just went black to hide my screen while I pulled up Discord. You guys should still be able to hear me, though. Peekaboo. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the next altcoin, which is going to be HBAR. And yeah, if you guys like HBAR, we are going to be putting a video out on Sunday. The Sunday sauce video is going to be on HBAR. So shout out to the HBARbarians out there. If you're interested in finding out how much HBAR you need to hold to be a millionaire, as well as a little bit more about the project, go ahead and check out that video. Mrs. Candle's in the chat. I'm not in the chat. Mrs. Candle's in the actual house, in the studio. Mrs. Candle's come in here and show a Bitcoin went to 0. And there's her hand. Come on, come show some skin here. Come on, we got to get the views up. Show a hand. Oh, there's the hand. Oh, baby. Okay, get out of here. You're getting me excited. His hand smells so good. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Mrs. Candles, everybody. But yeah, DZ's hand smells. Mrs. Candle's hand. Sorry, Mrs. Candle's hand smells so good, guys. Anyway, it actually does. It smells like lotion. But anywhere, perfume or something. But yeah, if you guys, the HBARbarians out there, if you guys are interested in checking out our video on Sunday, we will be releasing that, and it should be a good one. And by should, I mean I know, because I filmed it. But anyway, I'm just kidding, guys. Let's take a look at HBAR. Went to 0. Let's go. I'm just kidding. But yeah, here we go. I believe we looked at HBAR yesterday. Let's see. Probably what we were looking at here. Yeah. Oh, God. We were probably looking at the same exact thing we were looking at on that ton coin short that we put in the premium that we just went over. Looking for a rejection here at the value area high. Tapped it to the dollar. Absolute meltdown. And then the panic wick down that we just had. Wow. Absolutely insane. But I can't believe we had that nuke, guys. It's like one of those things where you look at the chart and you're like, wait, hold on a second. What just happened? Yeah, it's crazy. But taking a look at HBAR here, we were looking at this golden pocket, which is funny. I believe I'll have to go back. I think we looked at this yesterday. I think this is the chart we were looking at yesterday. But taking a look here, for that big breakdown, yeah, I remember this. If you pull your fib from the low to the high, and guys, I'm not going to lie, I felt crazy looking at these levels yesterday. And, I just love when I feel crazy looking at something and then it winds up actually happening. And it's not, it literally never has anything to do with me wanting to be right. I could care less about being right because I know that we're going to be wrong, right? We're going to be wrong at some point. We are wrong sometimes. That's just part of the game. Nobody's right 100%. But it makes me feel justified in my own head. I'm like, okay, we saw this and it's actually happening. It just gives me justification in my own head, right? But when you pull your fib from the low to the high, your golden pocket comes in right here at about 52 cents. That is the level that we held. So there you go. Got that nice little bounce off the golden pocket. Pretty decent recovery here on that panic wick. Taking a look at the daily, red dot is printing. Taking a look at that 90-minute. Yeah, money flow crossover into the red. Not the best look. And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Obviously you would be looking for, we were looking at this yesterday. Dang, I'm actually mad because I actually did not actually put this trade in. We were looking at it, but I didn't actually enter it. But anyway, can't catch them all, right? Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all. Crypto trades. Anyway, yeah, here's the thing. Show me the charts. I'll tell you the news, right? People always say this. Charts don't work. Charts don't work. TA doesn't work. Now, granted, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that TA is always going to work, right? It's not. It's gonna fail you sometimes, right? But the whole point of it is to find the highest probability trades, right? So, show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. This was, when was this? This was at 9:30 yesterday morning, or I'm sorry, to this morning. Looking at your money flow with a 90-minute coming out, right? Now, obviously, we could have been looking at this yesterday at, 8 in the morning. Yesterday, you could have been looking for that short position. That's why these purple boxes were here. If you watched our coverage on that ton coin short, you'll know same kind of same theory behind this, looking for a rejection here, if not looking for a rejection here. But this would have been the real place to go short or up here. If not, you would have waited for the retracement, looked to go short here. Literally the exact same. Like literally the same exact theory as this ton coin short, right? Right here. Looking to fill some of the position here, a rejection or a rejection here. Same exact thing, except that didn't take this one. But that would have been the area to short. However, even today, as you're seeing your money flow looking to cross over into the red with the printing of this red dot, you could have thought to yourself, hey, we know when those daily red dots print with the 90-minute money flow crossovers, typically it does give us a big move down. And are we going to sit here and pretend that you could have shorted this morning based off of that information and caught this giant move down that happened because, again, I'm not 100% sure on this because I haven't done the research because it just happened. But let's say, this all happened because of SpaceX selling their Bitcoin and everybody dumped all their stuff. Isn't that just a little bit weird that signal happened right before the big dump, but the big dump happened off of the news? And I'm not saying that news didn't have anything to do with the dump. I'm just saying it's weird. I'm not saying I know why it's happening, but it's just interesting. Time and time again, it's just show me the chart. I'll tell you the news. A lot of times when I'm in a short position or a long position and it absolutely rips or absolutely dumps and I'm making tons of money, like on my maker short, up 3K, right? Or was up 3K. It's probably less now. But that short I've been in, right? I shorted, and this isn't the best example because I've been in that short for a little while. But there's times where I'll enter a short like this, and then it'll absolutely dump on news, but I already saw the signal technically before the news happened, right? This happens all the time, especially working at BitBoy Crypto. I'm surrounded by crypto people. They come in and they're like, oh my God, did you see this crazy thing happen? They approved an ETF, whatever. They didn't approve the ETF, but when that happens, I'm likely going to be long before that news happens if it gets approved, right? And I'll be long before that happens because of something I'm seeing on the charts. The charts always let you know what's going to happen before it happens. Oh, not always, but oftentimes, right? I'm not going to sit up here and pretend it's a magical thing that's right 100% of the time because that's simply not the case. And I am here to actually help you become a profitable trader. Look me in the eye. I am here to help you actually become a profitable trader. I'm not here to blow smoke up your you-know-what for views. I'm not. I'm here to actually help you. I'm not just here to keep you a slave to my TA. I actually want to teach you. And the thing that makes me the happiest in this whole journey of this YouTube channel is when people message me and say, hey, Frankie, I'm looking at this, and this. What do you think? And I'm like, you're looking at exactly what I'm looking at, and that means that you're paying attention and learning, and that's what gives me the goosebumps, right? That's what makes me happy, not seeing a high view count on the channel. I like seeing that, but really why I'm here, I really the value for me, I selfishly like to help people because I do it to benefit myself because it makes me feel good. But I guess other people get help in return, so it's not a bad thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like when you get something for somebody, right? Like, I'm not going to get into details, but I got my sister a very nice gift, right? When I went to go meet my nephew. And I almost felt selfish. She was like, oh, my God, you're crazy. Like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, you're my sister. I love you. You're the best. And like, it's like I almost feel selfish doing it because, like, I do it to help and, like, do something nice for her. But I also do it selfishly for myself because when I give people stuff, it makes me feel good, right? So it's kind of weird. I kind of do the same thing with the YouTube channel. I definitely give value, but it's almost selfish because it makes me feel good to give value, if that makes sense, right? So it's kind of weird. So it's like, oh my God, I love you. You're so nice. You kept calling me a psychopath. I don't know why. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know. Like, It's like I'm getting something out of this. Like, I got you a nice gift, but I'm getting something out of this too. It makes me feel good. It's almost like a selfish thing. I don't know. It's very strange. It's like a very conflicting situation. But anyway, guys, let's take a look. So there you go. H-bar getting a nice bounce off the golden pocket. And there you go. Money flow crossover on the 90-minute with the daily red dot. If this confirms, we may be able to make a bigger move to the downside. If we lose this golden pocket, simply going to be looking down to the 786, coming in at about 0.047 cents. And there you go. Yeah, that's what I would look for, right? You lose the golden pocket, I'd be looking down to the 786, and I do think there is a possibility to come back down to the golden pocket just with that red dot printing, unless things turn around pretty quickly. But again, money flow also in the red, fresh red dot on the 3-hour, your 4-hour money flow crossing over into the red. That is a little bit more bearish, so we have to be prepared for a bigger move down here. But now you guys have the key levels. Let me pull up chat here. I lost chat for a little bit. I pull you guys. Oh, look, we're on TV. Anyway, let's see. Shout out to Darren Dusting. Says Frankie is the realist. Is real best traders, teachers. There is. Oh, I'm shot. I can't read. Frankie is the realist. Real best traders, teachers. There is, or teacher or trader, trader or teacher there is. He'll go far if you follow and learn his method of TA and trading. Shout out to Darren Does Things. I appreciate that, Darren. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And yeah, come on along in the journey. Come along the journey. Toe TV says it makes 100% sense, and it's nice to hear someone else speak a thought I've had before. Yeah, don't be afraid to selfishly do something for somebody for your own good feelings in your head. I love your TA, Frankie. It comes in handy for my TA. Shout out to Ben. I always tell everybody, my goal is not to keep you a slave to my TA. I love that you guys watch my show. I love hanging out with the Mafia. This is my favorite part of my day every single day. Bear market, bull market, Bitcoin dumping, Bitcoin pumping, Bitcoin doing nothing, going sideways. My favorite part of the day is to hang out with you guys every single weekday at 5:45. And I do always push that you guys use my TA as a kind of confirmation for your TA, right? Like, look at what I'm looking at, but don't just believe some crazy guy on YouTube, especially if his computer chair just continuously keeps pushing down and making him look smaller and smaller. I don't know what's going on. This is a very, very heavy-duty, nice chair. But anyway, let's continue on. Shout out to Dave Digital said, I love your TA. I love your TNA too. Oh, hey, shout out to Dave Digital. Anyway, shout out to Dave. But oh my God, this thing keeps shrinking. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. What is our next altcoin? It is going to be Quant. Shout out to the, I don't know what the Quant people call themselves. Maybe I could type it better. All right, here we go. Take a look at Coinbase. Oh, baby. Going to zero, guys. Going to zero. I'm just kidding. Let's remove the TA and take a look here. I'm all hyped, guys. Woo, I'm on one. I love it. Anytime Bitcoin moves. I used to get more excited over the dumps, but at this point, guys, Bitcoin's been so boring. I don't care what it does, as long as it doesn't go sideways. But here we are looking at our value area here. I'll actually take this level. I don't hate it. Pretty respected here. Let's see. Joel says, is this the only legal mafia in the U.S.? Yes, I believe so, and it's because we're a friendly mafia. We don't even attack the haters. I mean, unless they go heavy. But, like, usually, like, we respect the haters. We actually turn them into mafia members. Because a lot of times the haters just don't understand things. And I'm the only person who will take the time to be like, hey, man, I know you're saying mean stuff about me, but just, like, come here. I'll help you understand. They'll be like, TA doesn't work. You suck. This was obvious. I'm like, I'll just be like, hey, man, sit down. I'll show you why you think that. And then, like, we've actually had people be like, we had one guy come in here once, and I was like, hey, man, hang on. Let me help you. And he literally was like, dang, man. All right, I'm subbed. I don't know why I was hating. This is cool. We won him over. It was super funny. Crane C with the super chat. Shout out to you, bro. Said, don't worry, Frankie. I'm here. Everyone relax. It's going to be okay. Daddy is home. Daddy's home. You're going to be fine, Dave. Trading isn't for everyone. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you for being here. Dad, I've been looking for you. What's going on, bro? It's going to zero, Creighton. Hold me. But anyway, taking a look here. Quant sitting, we're going to look at a local volume profile as well. I'm going to pull this range as well right here. So we are at the value area low. And I would say, taking a look at the let's take a look at the 4-hour. Spawn the levels. All right. 4-hour divergence, no divergence. Take a look at the 1 hour. Oh, God, Quant is not doing very good. Shout out to Ellis Crypto, said, love the energy. Thank you, Ellis. Some people just think I'm on drugs, but I don't do drugs, ever. I'm just happy and like to do TA. Shout out to you. Hit that subscribe button if you like it. But anyway, yeah, no real significant signs to get a real big bounce here. Got a nice little recovery, but nothing really too promising. Take a look at the 1 hour. Ooh, 45-minute. Yeah, I don't... hard to say. I don't see any real technical signals. Money flow absolutely miserable here on the 10-hour. This is the worst money flow could possibly look. So, yeah, no real signs to go long. The one thing I will say, though, is you are at the low here. It's not really time to get overly bearish. I would look as your lower time frames, like your 2-hour, starting to roll back up here. 1 hour VWAP looking for a green dot. I would look for some kind of a bounce, but there's really nothing, like no real signal that is saying that we're going to get a big move. But I'll just give you the key level here. You got to get above the value area low. Like a lot of this stuff that lost the range, you got to get back above that value area low. And if you do, you can get accepted back into the range and potentially make a move for that POC at about 101.99. But other than that, there's really not a lot on this chart that's signifying anything. Taking a look at the higher daily time frames, yeah, with a lot of the altcoins, guys, the bullish, I'm just going to get rid of these levels. I'm just trying to get rid of the volume profile. There we go. So, yeah, a lot of this stuff, this is kind of your bullish signal. It lies on the higher time frames, and it's a multiple drives a bullish divergence into a value area low. Yeah, multiple. I mean, this is the 4-day, your 5-day, your 6-day. Weekly fresh wet red dot would indicate more downside, but if you could confirm these bullish divergences on these higher daily time frames at such a key level like the macro value area low, that would indicate that you could get a significant bounce off these lows. But you got to print the divergence. You are not here yet. You need the VWAP to come up. You need the momentum wave to make a higher low, and you need that green dot. And once you get that at the value area low, which is your key level of support, that is where you'd be looking for the bigger move up. But these are the key levels I'd be looking for. You do not want to lose your value area low at 96.41. If you can get above your POC, I would argue that is what you need to get higher prices, potentially working your way up towards your value area high at 134. Not calling for that level anytime soon, but if you could print these higher time frame divergences at your key level of support, that's where I'd look for the bigger level. And now you have the actual key levels to watch. Let me catch up on these super chats real quick. Let's see. Dave Digital said, Dad, I already ate the big piece of chicken. Shout out to Dave Digital and Creighton C. You guys crack me up in the chat constantly. The Biomax says, Frankie says, say hello to my little friend, Tony D. Shout out to the Biomax. Shout out to you, bro. I actually talked to the Biomax in person. I video chatted him back when we had we spin the wheel and you can get like a call with me, and we just kind of chatted it up. Shout out to the Biomax. But yeah, I think he had just bought a house, maybe, if I remember correctly. Shout out to the Biomax. I don't know if I'm totally pulling that out of my butt. But yeah, shout out to the Biomax. I think that's what happened. Shout out to you. Say hello to my little friend, Tony D. Shout out to Dahal, said, new people tuning in, join the Discord. There is a spot for all, beginner or pro. Frankie also teaches us how to be better traders with 2-hour plus exclusive live streams. You will absolutely improve your game. Dahal, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you so much for saying that. Yeah, I have infamously do 3-hour premium live streams. They were supposed to be 30 minutes. Then we extended them to an hour because I couldn't shut up. And then we extended them to an hour and a half and then 2 hours. And now they're, a lot of times they're like 3 hours. But hey, that's what happens when you do what you love. It doesn't feel like work, and then you wind up working all the time. Shout out to you, man, though. I really do appreciate those kind words. If you guys want to join the premium Discord or check it out, you can check the link in the description down below. There's a link to get into the premium Discord. But what I would actually push you towards, I'm going to go black here for a second, guys. Bear with me. Okay. what I would actually push you towards before actually joining the Discord, if you're not ready to lay out that money up front or you want to see what is involved in the actual premium Discord, what I would actually urge you to do is get into the dining room. The dining room is a freemium Discord, right? We have our premium Discord where you get the Bitcoin setups, the altcoin setups, letting you know where we are looking to enter the trades with what confirmations, like if this, then that statements to get into the actual trade setups. I share all my charts so you guys can interactively look at all my levels and stuff. And then we do scalp and swing trades, live streams, tutorials, and we change it all the time, guys. We take stuff away that we don't like. We add new stuff that we think is more valuable. But other than that, you get a trading chat where we have a bunch of awesome traders. Shout out to Darren Does Things. Chemistry Bros in there. We got a lot of people who know what they're doing in there, helping out the Mafia when I'm not around. But if you get into the dining room, I will say this is a freebie. All you need to do is sign up with one of our exchange affiliates. And if you have signed up, which a lot of you guys I know already have, if you sign up with our exchange affiliates, you come down to the dining room, hit unlock access, click on whatever exchange you signed up with, and then let's say it was BingX, you take your user ID, you paste it in here, and then give our mods about 3 days to get you in there. And what that gives you access to is one premium post per week from the premium Discord. And a lot of them do play out, right? I don't say if they play out in here. We do in the premium Discord. But a lot of these have played out. Like, I think recently, I don't know if it was this short. We had a massive short play out in here. But you get one post per week. A lot of times it's a setup. Sometimes it's just premium TA. You can see more often than not it's a setup. So you get a little taste of what it's like before you actually spend the money, because we only want serious people in the Discord. I don't really... it's not a signals group. I'm not going to say buy now, sell now. That doesn't really work. So we want serious people in there that want to become profitable traders, not people looking to get rich quick. It's not how it works. But we want people in there that actually want to put in the work to become actual traders. I'd take the time to actually teach you guys and give you the setups. And it's awesome. You also get access to other cool things like a 24/7 bookmap stream. We have a Lux Algo stream. So if you guys are interested in that, you don't actually have to buy it, or you could try it before you buy it. We also have the Altcoin Gem channel where we put altcoins that are looking saucy at the time. We have the airdrop watch that Tyler Durden and Chemistry Bro dropped the latest airdrops in. Absolutely fire. Extra giveaways, content requests, all that good stuff, and it's absolutely free. So definitely check that out. And then you can also just get into the completely free Discord. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just get into the Discord. There's no barrier to entry at all. And yeah, that's a lot of value in there as well. We got a lot of good traders in there, as well as all these awesome channels. So anyway, there you go. There's something for everybody. If you don't want to lay out money, that's fine. If you want to sign up for an affiliate link, and I mean, it usually saves you money anyway. Or if you just want to get into a free Discord with a really awesome community, that is the Candle Mafia, just get into the free Discord. There's just something for everything, or for everybody, I should say. But guys, with all that being said, oh, shout out to Creighton C. Said, just wanted to say, as a member of the premium, we get certain TA, and we definitely went over this current level we bounced from. yeah, shout out to Creighton C. There we go. We're not making it up. So yeah, we definitely we looked at this level we bounced from. TA does work. Shout out to Creighton C. He is actually, fun fact, he is the only lifetime member, because he won a lifetime membership for our 50,000 subscriber giveaway. So he's the only person that is in there for life for completely free. And not only completely free, like, he's the only person in there for life. Everyone else has a year membership or a 6-month or whatever. But there you go, guys. But with all that being said, guys, I think... Oh, no. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Can you guys hear me? I think you can still hear me. Please hold. Please hold. Let's see. No? Okay. Please hold, guys. Please hold. I'm going to fix this. It's already the end of the stream. I'm going to fix this. We're going to get it done if it's the last thing I do. Oh, there we are. Hey, guys. Whoa, hey. Hey, let me go ahead and check out the Frankie Candles hat. It says real leather, guys. This is real leather. We don't fake out. And I know it's real leather because when we ordered it, they said it was real leather. And I said, I hope you're not lying, because I'm going to smell it when it gets here. And it is indeed real leather. But, guys, I think that is all the time we got. Oh, Matt said, can you check the Bitcoin TA channel? Let me check it. All right, let's see. If Matt's TA is in here, I'll review it live before we sign off. BTC TA. Matt is your name, Matt. Oh, wow. Matt, you post in here a lot. Okay. All right, let's see. Unbelievable. All right, well, guys, with all that being said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. That's all the time we got for tonight's live stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody, F's in chat for Matt. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
AMRB's what we got.
Yeah, time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all on Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Pins on the jacket, the man's abundant. The point of the road was banned and rugged. Hushing, I'm applying no pants in London. The products are not being scared of some judgment. Gotta stay in the cut you off if you ain't making the cut. Couldn't tell you who the hell is behind us. You start to forget when you stay in the front of it's up. And it's up for grabs, no remorse of who I'm taking it from. Numbers I give on my scoreboard is the only form of us staying in touch, that's saying enough. It's time to receive for all of the favors I've done. Too late for y'all to switch teams, everybody getting big leagues. Product flying out the shelf, what's in store for us? Known to hit a hole in one, to get the crowd a shoulder shrug. Shots are limited, I'm scared mango with the golden gun. Posted up, ready for whatever, boy, you know what's up. Time's close, I whittled them down. Sticking to them by sticking around. The gang all on Iwo Jima got one flag and it's sticking the ground. Setting up shop. Think I got the message across. Came for the titles and press of the watch. We play at the levels of Letterman jocks. Shout out to Steve. The boy getting love from the harsh critics. Strauss hit me bi-weekly to tell me keep taking it further. You aren't finished and I gotta listen. Ain't he son to believe in and see that I'm actually breathing and doing it real time. Love to pull an idea out thin air, act on it and profit in real life. If we not aligned, don't present me a dotted line. Yeah, I'm a QB, but I ain't handing on nothing for someone to monetize. And it goes to the birds too. Can't give it a time if a dollar so cut eyes. They get X'd out for they had the potential to be my ex. I know how to plays, I'm a seasoned vet. Yeah. Always showing up, known to hit a hole in one. Look at the crowd and shoulder